All right, here we go. Round 2, Berger and Andrew.
1, 2, 3.
All right, so Berger's got some tires. We got Ronnie in the house today. What's up, Ronnie? All right, so we got a Coyote that might play, you never know. Berger finally got him some drag radials on his car, and now it hooks. He says it hooks from first gear. I drove, well, actually, you know what? I know it does because I drove it and hit it in first and it hooked. I'm curious to see how this is going to play out. I believe Andrew may nudge him out by, I'd say probably half a car. It really depends. It depends on who shifts the best and everything else. They should be pretty close in power, as you can see in the last video. Andrew's filling his bottle up. He's on a 175 shot today.
Yeah.
All right, so.
Yeah, I ain't changed it since the last time. I didn't change. I wanted to, but I didn't.
Yeah, so Andrew's got a new motor, y'all, just kind of sitting and waiting. So he don't want to blow it up, but he will blow it up if he needs to. Same thing with Berger. You know, these young guys, hey, we were young once, Ronnie.
You gotta be willing to blow it up to win most times.
That's right. So if you guys don't know, this is Ronnie Spivey. I've mentioned him years ago in many of the videos we've talked. Man, we need to sit down one day and talk.
It's a lot to talk about.
We got a lot of stories, don't we?
Yeah, lots of stories.
Me and Ronnie go way back. I don't even know where to begin with it all.
I know how I met you. I was getting film developed. That tells you how long ago it was.
Yeah, Walmart.
And yeah, I pulled up on that red car I had, and you followed me in, wondering if I wanted to sell it.
Yep.
And we changed the plugs in your car the next day, as a matter of fact.
Did, yeah, and Ronnie gave me shit about it. So,
that's right.
Yeah, I took my car up there. I was like, man, I don't want to do this. I just bought Blue Mica, my 93 GT, and I took it up there to Auto Techniques.
Nice car.
It was a nice car. But I didn't feel like changing the plugs. I took it up there. Ronnie and them were like, you don't even want to change your own plugs? It made me feel bad about it. So from there on out, I changed my own plugs. I will tell you, we're going to get to the race, I promise you. But Ronnie has been a big inspiration to me. He's taught me a lot. I learned a lot. And we've done some dumb shit. So, I mean, there's just a lot.
Every day.
Every day for a long time, we've done a lot of dumb stuff. Yeah. So I really want to get into it, but this isn't the time or place. But just know that basically you were manager of a speed shop. Essentially is what it was. It was a truck accessory and speed shop, and there was Mustangs everywhere. I wish we had some pictures of that time, because we had
to get film developed by then.
Yeah, it was. We had Fox bodies everywhere, sitting all out through there. His dad was over there, Mike Berger. He had one of the baddest cars around, 355 stroker, Pro 355 stroker actually. We got some video of that. His dad was a bad son of a bitch too. Me. I had Blue Mica. Ronnie had a stroker in the black convertible.
LX. I had a 91 LX Coupe was the red car,
yeah.
And then I built a stroker and put in the 93 convertible as black.
Ronnie.
And then I had my own shop, and you came there.
Yeah, so Ronnie opened his own shop, and I worked there, did some pinstriping and stuff, and screwing up. But you know, hey, we had a good time. We used to do donuts in the parking lot and everything. It was wonderful, y'all. Stuff like this right here was an everyday occurrence at Ronnie's shop. It really was. There was cars everywhere back then. But like I said, we will talk about that later. But back to the race here. So let's go back over the builds of both of these cars. Basically is a stockish bottom end 308. It's got a set of pistons in it. It's got a massive set. Hey Ronnie,
yeah.
Can you help me out on these heads a little bit? So I'm explaining the build on this car, but these heads, what can you tell me about them? Because you know these heads used to be.
Back in the day, this was just about these. I mean, don't get me wrong. There's always been different ones on the market, but this was a set of the high port street heat not twisted wedge, but the street heat TFS heads. These were actually built for a 351.
Sent to Fox Lake.
We bought the heads and sent them to Fox Lake, and I think we spent more at Fox Lake than we originally paid for the heads. Had titanium valves put in them. But at the time we were building a race car out of a 351 with a 351, and that all, as Keith Black Pistons was turning me away, and a lot of things happened and it never got put together, and here we are 25, 30 years later.
Yeah.
They're just now running on a car.
That's right. Now you spec these heads out, right?
I did, but I'd have to look at some of my notes, and golly, Nikhil.
Yeah. So these heads are really hard to explain to people. I try to explain what they are, and they were, I don't know how to explain it, Ronnie. There's just not a lot of information on these heads.
There's not, you can't find any either.
No, you can't find it. He's looked, you've looked,
like
we've all looked.
209 valves we had put in them. They were set up for a race car originally, for a 351.
Mm-hmm.
In a car we were building that was going to be gutted, strip, weight transfer. It was just going to be, it was a street car, but it was just to haul to the track and race. Yeah. Back in '98. So it's been a long time ago, and lots changed since then.
It has, but they are a really good head regardless of that.
They are.
You know, they're older now, but these heads were new in the box. And he was the very first one to put them on, which, Ronnie, back when you had the shop up there, when you were the manager, you spec'd these heads out and they sat on the shelf forever. They were something, they were an attraction.
They were. There was one head we would take out of the box and take the plastic off, and it was still that way. I don't think the other one had even been opened.
That's right. That's
right. The kit, the cam, everything for this motor was there. Mm-hmm. And there was a little disagreement about the pistons was why it never was put together. I don't even know if you knew that or not. David and I got in an argument about the pistons because we were going to spray nitrous, and I didn't want those pistons.
I guess what's so cool about this is his dad, Mike Berger, was one of our good friends.
He was in with it. I mean, he was in the group with all of it.
So he was always in the group. He was up there. He had, you know, one of the baddest cars around, 355 stroker. You know, good driver, just one of those guys everybody around that had a Mustang knew who he was, same as you, obviously. But it's just really cool that his dad knows these heads, remembers the story, looked at them many times, and then out of all the people 20-something years later that could get them, he gets them. So let's get back to this. I'm sorry, guys. I'm rambling. I'm excited. I got Ronnie here today. At the moment, it has a comp camshaft in it, which is like a 565 lift. It's got a GT40 lower with the Downs intake up here. 42-pound injectors, sitting on about 10, 11 pounds of boost. Big ass heads. There again, I can't give you a part number. I can't show you. They're a custom head, big ass heads. So they're not optimal, right? But anyway, this car should roll with a set of tires. It's got 355 gears. Now Andrew's car, once again, stock bottom end car, original engine in the car, 175 shot of nitrous, B303 cam, Victor Jr. intake, 650 Demon carburetor, 355 gears. It is what it is, guys. This is the most budget setup right here that you could possibly get. Now, he's probably got more money in his wheels than I've got in the whole poop coop, I'm sure. But besides that, the engine setup is super budget. GT40 heads, by the way, home ported. All right. So this is round 2 for these guys, and we're going to see if tires make a difference. Ronnie? Tires. There's a funny story behind that. That's what I'm saying. Everything relates back to Ronnie here. Now, with them being able to go from a first or second gear roll, whatever they decide to do, if it makes a difference. Andrew's car is going to hit hard, and it's going to be hard for this car to hit with it and then catch it. So I'm just curious to see what happens. I think it could go either way. I think Berger could outrun him or he could outrun Berger. I don't know, but either way, it's going to be a close race. I'm calling it now. No more than a half a car. Probably be wrong. We'll see.
I'm kind of tired of hearing about how good Andrew's car runs.
Kind of tired of hearing it. So let's talk about this car real quick, because who knows, we may see this thing later. Who knows? What year and everything?
2017 premium GT convertible, of course. It's had a ton of money spent on suspension. Had some little odd end things done to it, and a lot of goodies I ain't gonna talk about just yet that are coming. But yeah. I got my dining room table screwed from one end to the other with nitrous kits and different things for this car, so we'll see. I
don't doubt it, yeah, for sure. So Ronnie is probably one of the best drivers that I know, and that's real talk. That's not blowing smoke up your ass. That's true, right? Everybody knows that. Ronnie's one of the best drivers out there, y'all. This Joe just so happens to be an automatic, so he doesn't really have to do a whole lot. But I can promise you one thing: if you ever want to see what one will do and how much it'll hold, you just know.
The main thing is how much it'll hold, because I can tear them up too.
Just know, if you say it won't go, he will make it go. You just don't know what you're going to have in the end.
You might have to pull me back, but we'll get
We've had to do that before. As you guys can see, we've swapped some wheels around, and I do not like this. I'm just not a fan of this, which is why I did not put those wheels on the car, because I knew it was going to look like that. Not a fan. Now, this I am a fan of, which is the OG Retro Fox look. It's dirty right now, but this is the OG look, and I absolutely love this thing with these wheels. But the reason why I did it is because this has the drag radials on them, these wheels, and Berger likes to run his mouth. So next time he runs his mouth, I'm gonna go ahead right in the kisser. All right, let's go ahead and we'll get out there and see what happens. love the coyotes, how they just don't stop pulling.
It's unreal.
Yeah. We had a little bit of a setback, as you saw probably earlier. So it's later in the night. The video is not going to be good. I only have my cell phone. So the big thing is the outcome. So we'll share the outcome with you guys. Add some nitrous on top of the blower.
If we don't blow it with them, I'll kiss your ass because that bitch going to scatter.
Hey, it's going to be fun.
Yeah, it'll be badass.
Probably do some weird work.
Oh, yeah, you can be careful when you manage on it now.
All right, we'll see you guys out there in just a minute.
I just touch stirred and that bitch went in.
So y'all can't see anything, but we're about to make our hit. Talk to Michael real quick, get our game plan.
Huh? Yeah, we'll go on 3. Hold on 1 second. All right. Go ahead. I'm so used to getting in the right line.
I know. It's just gonna be 1, 2, 3.
Ready? 1, 2, 3.
That was close. That was good.
Blowing the tires off, bro. I was
Yeah,
fighting it like a
I
son of a
know.
bitch over here. It kind of scared me. Hell yeah, that shit get me fucking going. I like that shit there.
Well, what did you guys think? It actually was basically the same race as before. This time they just went from second gear instead of third gear. Berger hooked and Andrew spun this time. So I think without a doubt, Andrew's car is the faster car between the two. There's something very important and we need to take notice of. Let's compare these two cars in the builds. Andrew's car is a simple stock bottom end GT40 heads, B-cam, and a put together nitrous kit, meaning it had a plate off of this kit and some line off of this kit and a solenoid off of another, right? On a 175 shot. Demon 650 carbureted that he bought on, I think, eBay or Facebook used about 5-6 years ago. All right, that's it. That's all it is, 355 gears. Berger's car, on the other hand, has a very expensive supercharger, expensive heads, a bigger cam, and this is not knocking Berger's car by any means. We talk about this stuff all the time. But it comes down to what you guys want. If you're trying to save money and you want a very, very potent, cheap setup, a setup like Andrew's got is going to be hard to deal with, guys. Don't get caught up on horsepower numbers. Don't get caught up on what Hellcats and Corvettes and Teslas and all of these cars make, because remember, this is a very, very budget setup. You can buy all these parts used that he has. You could probably spend $1,000 on all the stuff that Andrew's got done to his engine if you shop around, and look what you got. A setup like Berger's car or my red car is going to cost you thousands of dollars. Anywhere from $4,000 to $6,000 for a setup like this and more. You know, we're always going to have people come in here and talk about, I got a faster car, my cousin Billy Bob's got a car that can jump a Coke can, and we don't care about all that, guys. We're not here to brag about us having the fastest cars. We know that our cars aren't that fast compared to other cars, but they're fast to us, and we enjoy them. I suggest you get out there and enjoy your car for what it is. So, With that being said, I'm going to go ahead and wrap this video up. Before I do, just know, Berger just made a huge order. A huge order. It's already installed as we speak right now. I'll throw just a little taste up for you guys at the end of this video. That might be Andrew's ass in this next race. We'll see. And as always, thanks for watching. You're pretty close on that. That'll give y'all something to work with tomorrow. Look at your air fuel. Go to your, you're actually really close. It needs to be richen up a little bit in that area, but for right now, that'll get you started.
Yeah.